Welcome back to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Joseph Hurtado. The U.S. men's soccer team found themselves in a must-win game today against Iran, and tensions between the two countries were running high. Iran called out U.S. team to be kicked out of the World Cup after U.S. Soccer Federation altered Iran's flag on social media to support women in Iran who are fighting for human rights. Iranian journalists took aim at U.S. team captain Tyler Adams for mispronouncing their country's name and the United States' own history of discrimination.
My apologies on the mispronunciation of your country. That being said, there's discrimination everywhere you go. One thing that I've learned, especially from living abroad in the past years and having to fit in different cultures and kind of assimilate into different cultures, is that in the U.S. we're continuing to make progress every single day.
As for the game, fans piled into Crowd Public House in downtown Phoenix to cheer on the men in blue. It was a close game, but fans erupted when the U.S. scored first. Christian Pulisic put his body on the line to score the goal and had to exit the game. Things were close down to the stretch, but the U.S. pulled out the victory to advance.
I thought we played really well. Tyler Adams did a great job defensively. Christian Pulisic was able to get a good chance on goal. He finished it. And overall, I thought we played pretty hard, and we did what we had to do to advance.
USA! 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 Let's go!
ASU Wrestling recently opened Mullett Arena, and the second largest crowd in program history when they opened against third-ranked Missouri. Cronkite News reporter Michelle Aaron was in Tempe for the back-and-forth duel.
ASU Wrestling held their first home match of the season at the much-anticipated multi-purpose Mullett Arena. The fifth-ranked Sun Devils, led by Sun Devil alum Zeke Jones, took on the third-ranked Missouri Tigers.
Nearly 3,000 fans filled Mullett Arena, many of them chanting. The team really felt the crowd's energy in their 19-17 victory over Mizzou.
We won because of the people in those stands tonight. They were rocking. Our guys fed off it. You could just tell.
The night started off with a takedown in the 125-pound weight class as Sun Devil Richard Figueroa made his varsity debut against the 14th-ranked Noah Sertan.
Coming to this environment with the crowd and stuff, I like this. I know I live for this stuff. I like getting the crowd started and going. And coming into it, I just know how to do my job and just score points as much as I could and, just come out with the W.
The Sun Devils continued to pick up wins in the 133, 141, and 149 weight classes. But Missouri would quickly pick up the pace, winning the next 4 weight classes. It all came down to the deciding match in the heavyweight division, with ASU's ace, #1 ranked Colton Schultz, versus the 7th-ranked Zach Elam.
A 2-point duel coming into the final match, that's what we live for. There's nothing beats that level of excitement of really having a duel on the line coming down to you. I'm grateful for those opportunities, grateful that we were able to put together a good performance to get there.
Schultz dominated and was able to get Elam to the ground for multiple takedowns, leading to a major decision 12-4 win and bolstering the Sun Devils to an overall victory.
It was a close match all around, with ASU proving they can not only keep pace with, but beat some of the best wrestlers in the nation. In Tempe, Michelle Aaron, Cronkite News.
Today is Giving Tuesday, and ASU Athletics just got a huge gift from longtime booster Nap Lawrence. Lawrence is so excited about the energy new football coach Kenny Dillingham is bringing to the program that he pledged $1 million to the Sun Angel Collective, the school's primary NIL collective, and is hoping others will give as well.
ASU's got to do that, and we've got enough successful alumni that if they take it serious and everybody give a little bit, we'll be able to compete with the Ohio States and the Georgias, etc., Alabamas.
After a couple of disappointing seasons, the Washington Wizards started their 2022-23 season relatively strong, and an assistant coach with Arizona ties has a hand in that success. Cronkite News reporter Haley Smilo has Joseph Blair's story from our Washington bureau.
Blair, who has been coaching in the NBA for 4 years, says it was the guidance and lessons he learned while playing and later coaching in Arizona that put him on that path. The path that took him and the Wildcats to Pac-10 championships in 1993 and 1994. The same year they made a Final Four appearance. But he says he did not understand the significance of those milestones until years later.
I came up meagerly. I really didn't have a television. The first time we won it, I didn't understand what a big deal it was. Being around, obviously, basketball players all the time, to be able to say that, we won 2 conference championships in a very powerful conference, it means a lot.
Blair was drafted by Seattle, but opted to play overseas. He spent roughly 8 seasons playing in Italy, Greece, Turkey, and Russia before returning to Tucson, where he hoped for a career in politics. When he joined the Wildcats as an assistant coach, it was initially to get tuition paid for his master's studies, but it turned into more as he started working with the young players.
We have been working on one particular move over and over and over again. They're running down the other end of the court. The whole bench turns and looks at me and says, JB, that was all you. I got goosebumps all over, and I said, forget politics, I'm going to coach basketball.
Blair says he was inspired by Arizona coaches Lute Olson, who recruited him as a player, and Sean Miller, who brought him on as a coach. After 2 seasons with the Wildcats, he moved to the NBA with stops in Philadelphia, Minnesota, and Washington.
Just those ties and the connection to Arizona is really what brought me to where I am today.
While he recently sold his house in Tucson, Blair still has lots of appreciation for the state.
I love Arizona. I love the community. I love the warmth of it. I love the growth of it as well.
So much so that Blair, who still visits Arizona once to twice a year, says he plans to retire in Tucson. In Washington, Haley Smilo, Cronkite News.
That's it for today's Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Joseph Furtado. Back to you, Mackenzie.